my dear students everywhere. Today we are going to discuss a new lesson from Unit 4, page 49. Open your student book, page 49, and let's start our lesson together. Our lesson today is examination practice. Choose a word or phrase that produces a grammatically correct sentence. Question number 1. Rami has decided to after by Cliff while he is on holiday. Look his house. Have his house looked. Have looked his house, or have his house looking. The right answer here is Rami has decided to have his house looked. It's the right answer because it's causative form, as we have explained before. Causative form kind of transforming the sentence into passive voice by using verb to have, then the object and the past participle. Now let's go to question number 2. Do you always have your clothes dry cleaned, dry cleaning, to dry clean, or drying cleaned? The right answer here is dry cleaned. Question number 3. It was space hot day that everyone wanted to go to the beach. 2. So, very, or such. Do you remember that when we use an adjective and a noun, we use such. Such is followed by a or an, then the adjective and the noun. Now, question number 4. In space of the fact that he was wearing a seat belt, Henry was injured in the accident. In case of, in spite of, order, or spite. The right answer here is in spite of. This sentence is called contradictory. We have two sentences here. That he was wearing a seat belt. The second sentence, he was injured in the accident. So the second sentence contradicts with the first one. So we have to use in spite of. When we use in spite of, it must be followed by a gerund or a noun. Question number 5. I remember having my blood pressure taken, have taken, taking, or took. The right answer here is taken, because it's a kind of causative form, as we have said, by using verb to have, then the object and the past participle. Question number 6. Mr. Rogers is said space a spy during World War II. To be, to have been, he was, he has been. The right answer is to have been a spy during World War II. It's also kind of transforming the sentence into passive voice by using verb to have plus been. Question number 7. Jabir told him where he would be space he wanted to come. So that, as to, in spite, in case. The right answer here is in case he wanted to come. Question number 8. Space, he has plenty of money. He doesn't spend much. However, although, even, or despite. This sentence expresses contradiction. He has plenty of money, he has much money, but he doesn't spend much. So we must use although he has plenty of money. When we use although, it must be followed by a full sentence. Full sentence means subject and a verb. But when we use despite or in spite of, it must be followed by gerund or a noun. Question number 9. Susan would like to space for her as she has an awful cook. Do the cooking. Have the cooking done. Have the cooking done. Have do no cooking. The right answer is have the cooking done. This question is based on the causative form using have plus the object and past participle. Question number 10. Take this soup away. It's cold to eat. Too cold, so cold, enough, or such. Here we have an adjective plus to and the infinitive. So we must use to. The right answer is to, which means that the soup is very very cold and you can't drink it. Now let's go to question B. Read the text below and decide which answer B, A, B, C or D best fits its gap. Same language and different meanings. Last summer, I went to London on a business trip. It was my first time outside the US. In spite, although, even, or however. The right answer is although, because it is followed by a full sentence. Here we have a subject and a verb. So the right answer is although it was my first time. I wasn't nervous because I knew I had been speaking the same language as the, so I didn't think I had much to worry about. Nationals, natives, speakers, or immigrants. The right answer is natives. What do you mean by natives? When I say that Ahmed or Ali is Arabic native speaker, it means that Arabic is his main language. So the right answer is natives. When I arrived in London, an associate from our London office spaced me up from the airport to take me to my hotel. Drove, took, brought, or begged. The right answer is picked me up. To take someone from a place in your car to get him reached to another place, we use pick up. He was nice that when he found out that I am a huge football fan, he offered to take me to watch his favorite football team play the same evening. Such nice, enough, so, or to. The right answer is so nice that. When we use so, it is must followed by an adjective and that, then a full sentence. When we entered the stadium, I saw that the field looked totally different. Actually, it looked like a soccer field, and I am not really a soccer fan. Of course, I didn't say anything so as not to be rude. Nevertheless, He must have understood that I wasn't having a great time because he said, "You are awfully quiet for a huge football fan. This is a great match and you don't seem very interested." I tried to come space with a good excuse, but in the end I just told him what football is in the US and he started laughing. I tried to come into, round, up, about. The right answer here is I tried to come up with a good excuse, which means I tried to make up good excuse or get a good excuse for not going to the match. He said, "Don't worry, it's not like I paid an arm and a for the tickets, my brother gave them to me." Arm and a leg, hand, foot, head. The right answer here is arm and a leg, which means that it costs him a lot of money. Anyway, during the halftime break, I asked if we could go and look for a restroom. I spaced that my new friend had confused look. Remark it, observe it, watch it, or noticed. The right answer here is noticed. But in the end he said, "Well, why don't you just sit here?" Space, my friend had misunderstood. So I tried to clarify, saying I don't want to rest. All in all, approximately, obviously, or consequently. The right answer is obviously or clearly. I would like to go to the bathroom. A place with a toilet, you know. You can imagine my attitude, position, gesture, or embarrassment. The right answer here is embarrassment. Again my colleague laughed and said, "All right, you mean the law should write this way?" To be honest, I could never have imagined that the British use a word like that to refer to the bathroom. That was only my first day in London. As you can imagine, I came space many cases of language related force pass while I was there, which I'll make great stories now to my American friends. Into, round, up against, up with. I came up against many cases of language related faults while I was there. So the point is, language can be a really tricky thing. So don't space that just because you speak the same language as another person. Assume, determine, reflect, regard. The right answer is A. Assume that just because you speak the same language as another person. You will be able to understand each other without knowing it. You might be space all the wrong messages. Transporting, receiving, conveying, or transferring. The right answer is conveying all the wrong messages. Now we have finished our lesson for today. I wish you best of luck, my dear students. Thank you.